Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. We'll be checking out an awesome game here today. Up the top, well, it's just the left side of the map, I guess. Just the left side. It is Mr. ForGG. He is 24 years of age from South Korea, plays for Team Millennium. And his opponent down the bottom right side of the map is Mr. MaNa, 21 years of age from Poland. Plays for Team Liquid. Very, very awesome stuff there. And going to be seeing a nice Reaper come out nice and fast. Going to be seeing both players going for an expansion fairly soon. This is after a Nexus after a Cyber Core. And I'm not sure what the other thing is. I think it's just a Command Center after Barracks. Pretty good stuff. This Reaper, I don't think it got a kill, but it definitely knocked some health off some of those probes. Pretty nice stuff. It's going to go around the other way. If he can get a couple of shots off on these probes he already hit, that is going to be insane. But it doesn't quite look like he's going to be able to do that. There he goes, going all the way out there. I thought maybe he was going to do a ring around the mothership core again, but maybe not. This probe totally on the warpath on that bloody worker. He's going to be taking out another worker to help protect it. And yeah, he's not even going to bother attacking the probe. It looks like he's just going to be going straight on. It doesn't need to, actually. The Marines are about to come out, and they are about to just completely own the probe. Ooh, the Reaper as well. There we go. The Reaper has caught onto the probe, and that probe has no chance of surviving. So this Reaper, this game, is going to be killing a probe. No doubt about it. There it goes. And the bases for both players are down. We're just morphing that into an orbital command as well. And it's pretty good. So we got the triple barracks play coming out for Mr. ForGG. So he's obviously just not even going to bother with any sort of early factory Hellion sort of Widow Mine play. He's just going straight for a whole bunch of straight up triple M units. And it's not a bad idea. Oh, he shot a probe at some point, but died immediately after, which is unfortunate. For a second, I thought this was like a back of the base sort of expansion, like nobody can go into it, but it is just a natural, which, yeah, it's not too bad. It's going to be interesting. You could see if he decides to go for Blink, which he is, this is going to be very, very painful, because we could potentially even see Blink from here, but most likely it'll just be straight up this gap, just straight in there. Oh man, I'd love to see like a sensor tower up here, just to be watching for that sort of crazy crap. But of course he does need a bit of tech before he goes for that. And right now he's just going for Marauders. And what tech does he have? He's got the Marauder Slow on here. Of course, Marauder Slow is going to be exceptionally good at dealing with the Zealots. The Zealots trying to close in with Rage, the Marauder shoots them, and they just go that much slower. And Zealots are slow enough, even without that ability being used. So I like the fact that ForGG went for this nice and early. And we'll see how well it works out. He's just facing Stalkers at the moment. So the two Marauders should be okay, but if the two Marauders do get sniped fairly quickly, then that's going to be bad news. Here we go. There's Nexus about to be overcharged. There it goes. And oh, the micro. MaNa throwing everything he had against that one Marauder. And the Marauder goes down, and now ForGG, his army has been weakened by quite a lot. And the Blink, of course, is exceptional for Mr. MaNa. Beautiful Blink micro. These Marines not going to be able to do anything here. They just freshen up the shields of a couple of the Stalkers, but I don't think a single Stalker went down there. Exceptional play from Mr. MaNa there. That army is going to be weakened, of course, the next time he goes in, but as long as he's got other units to send in the front, then he should be okay. So we got these guys moving around. Do we have air visibility? The mothership core is on its way. So for now, he's just thinking about going in the front door, at least having a look. Sees the bunker. The bunker has 4 Marines. Not sure it really matters. The amount of DPS he's pressing on that is a lot. But the worker is really healing that up quite a bit. And down it goes. But 2 more Marauders come out with the reinforcements. 1 Marauder jumps into the bunker. And that is going to be enough, I think, to scare these Stalkers away. But with the high ground advantage now, they are going to be looking to blink up to the top side. Is ForGG ready? It looks like he's moved most of his units up to the top side of the section. And there he goes. The Marauder's going absolutely nuts. The Stalker's falling back, doing a bit of micro on the Marauder, but not quite able to destroy it before they're forced to blink off that top ramp. So far both players with a very, very nice amount of defense. Got a few zealots coming in here as well. Is going to get spotted, but he's going to have to push everything he has to deal with these stalkers. Maybe not. There he goes, falling back, dropping some zealots right on top of the workers, but the main army going to be coming back, knocking these out. Pretty good job. I think, yeah, 3 workers dead, so that's not a huge amount to have lost. And I think, yeah, I don't think either player is really getting owned too much at this point. MaNa has pushed out with a few more workers, simply because he's Protoss and he's got that chrono boost. But ForGG not behind by any stretch of the imagination in this game. With 3 mules on the map here, his income is going to be quite decent at this point. And now we're just going into straight up triple M play. You've got the ton of Marauders, Marines, got the Starport. Going to have to be thinking about Vikings in a little while, when of course he starts to figure out that Colossus are on the map. But he can probably assume that at this point there are Colossus going to be coming out sometime soon. It's Colossus or High Templar, and 90% of the time the Protoss player will usually go for Colossus before they go for the High Templar. So that's a pretty fair assumption to make. Medevac's going to be spotting this thing. There he goes. Going to be doing a nice little drop over there to take that out. Even stimming up just to take it out a little bit quicker, because of course time is money. And now they're just going to be moving back on 2 Colossi. Decent amount of ground units. ForGG is not going to be able to do much against this unless he gets very, very lucky on the positioning. I think not much is going to happen. Probe coming out. Probe does do a scout. MaNa moves across, almost does a major mistake moving the Colossus out in front. Needs to make sure those Colossus are not out in front. We're looking for a drop here. And there we go, getting a couple of hits off on the Colossi, but ForGG correctly deciding that there's just way too many units, runs off, at the same time doing a drop over here, which is very, very nice. What is he doing? Is he dropping? Is he moving? Is he dropping? Is he moving? I don't know, maybe he's had this medevac selected at the same group and accidentally moved him away with the other units. I do that sometimes as well. It's a bit of a pain. But not much here. The Colossus going for it. Going to drop on the lower ground, but MaNa has already moved his Stalkers there. And the Stalkers find themselves facing Marauders, which is not what they want. And out of nowhere, ForGG pulling the other units back. Going to be killing quite a lot of Stalkers, but his health is so low from all of the stims that he really cannot face Colossi at this point. So he's going to be sniping some Stalkers, but not much else. The medevac is just running for it at the moment. Almost no health, but he's full of units. And this is an extremely battered force, which is going to be running away from the Protoss army. But at the same time, they definitely did their own amount of damage. Look at that, units lost. The Protoss is actually 200 behind, which is not a lot. It's pretty much nothing at this point. Oh, they actually lost a couple more there. I think there was a couple of Stalkers there or something from this pylon about to head him off. They didn't manage to take out the medevac though, which is unfortunate. I think that's what he was trying to do, but didn't work out. And now this is going to be taken out there. A Stalker. There is a Stalker over there. The Stalker takes out the medevac. Yeah, he really had it out for that medevac. So, moving out. 3 Colossi. Small amount of ground units. And ForGG, how many Vikings does he have? 8 with 3 more on the way. So he's not messing around. And there we go. Sees all the Vikings. And MaNa maybe having second thoughts about that. Does warp in a couple of Zealots into the main base just for the hell of it. They do some sort of damage and then they just get the hell out of there. Meanwhile, another Phoenix going to be scouting the 3rd base. Pylon being warped in. So all sorts of shenanigans going on all over the map. We got the Templar Archives coming out. We got the Ghost Academy coming out. So both players ready for the next stage of this game. And just knocking out pylons wherever he can. Getting the factory. The Stalkers starting to come out. And the Vikings probably want to be getting out of there because those Blink Stalkers are very, very nasty. Got a whole bunch of guys going after the Stalkers, but they're going to get flanked by the Colossus. Workers out here. What the hell were the workers doing? I don't know, but they're just going to be turning around and having a crack at the Zealots. Not sure if this is the greatest idea because the Colossus are going to be having a go at them, but those Vikings need to haul ass over there. Oh, the Warp Prism! And the Warp Prism gets picked off. I hope that didn't have High Templar in there. I would not be surprised if it had a nice Storm Drop to start off the day, but oh, maybe it was just Zealots. Maybe he got off lightly. So yeah, ForGG moving out. He's got a ton of workers in his army. Could this be an all-in of sorts? It looks like it very well may be, but he's definitely pushing in hard, and he's definitely going to be taking out this third base, and all of the workers here are going to go down as well. So that is going to be devastating. So maybe it's the workers are actually attacking the workers. I'm not sure who decided that was a good idea, but that is what's happening. And now he's moving in. We've got some Archons, no Storms, actually, which I'm quite surprised with. He hasn't researched Storms, so it obviously wasn't High Templar in that Warp Prism then, because there's no Storms researched. So just going to be getting the Archons out just for a bit of heavy sort of damage and stuff like that. Landing the Vikings, all the Colossi are dead, and these guys starting to fall back a little bit, just a little bit too much Protoss units for him to deal with. And he managed to kill all those probes. Actually, the probes should have fought back, because I think they had the numbers on the workers, but MaNa, the incredulity of the situation, just didn't sort of come to him. It's like, well, there's 6 workers attacking my 12 probes. Oh my god, my probes are being attacked. What the hell am I going to do? Wait, he's attacking with workers. Maybe I should attack back. Never, I don't think it occurred to him, or he just didn't have the micro to take it out. Look at these workers, man. They're still going nuts. They're still attacking workers. Finally getting some zealots in, and the zealots will finally be able to take care of them. These probes are just wusses, man. It's just workers. Maybe they're like ultra workers because they got gas or something like that. So the gas gives them like an attack speed bonus. That needs to be a thing, I think. Like the minerals. If a worker has minerals, then they get like, I don't know, like a health regeneration bonus, and the gas gives them an attack speed bonus or something like that. Wouldn't that be awesome if you actually got combat bonuses from having minerals or gas in your hand? Oh, it'd be so awesome. Anyway, it looks like a bunch of Stalkers coming out. These Stalkers are a little bit overconfident, but just scouting, I assume. Just going to be sounding some stuff. Oh, caught by a Marauder. Managed to blink out of there. Very, very nice stuff. A bunch of Archons here and a Colossus. These Archons are decent, but upgrades, man. MaNa, 20-minute mark. You got no upgrades. What the? He's getting level 1 armor at the moment, which is good considering how many zealots he has, but yeah, should have been doing that upgrade ages ago, ages. I mean, ForGG, he's at 1-1. He probably could have been doing a little bit more as well, but, you know, both players have had their noses up to the grindstones at this point, so they've really been going nuts. So I can understand, you know, having the upgrades take a sort of backseat to just getting straight up units around. But, oh, the 3 zealots coming out. ForGG not going to be able to intercept them. Not at all. He's moving in with a decent amount of units. He's thinking about intercepting them. The Archon's going down. This is starting to look good. The Vikings coming out. This is starting to look very, very good. And, yes, very nice. But he needs to pull some units off to chase away those zealots, because those zealots could kill workers, and that would definitely be a bad thing. Although, no, it's not a planetary. I thought it might have been a planetary, but nobody gets a planetary on their 3rd base. Not at least in Masters level play. I mean, you just, because it's close enough to defend it. It's when you start to get out that 4th base and the 5th base, you start to think about getting planetaries out there. But ForGG, with a nice defense there, managed to kill quite a fair amount of important units. And the Lost tab is still very, very close. But, yeah, favoring ForGG a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And those Archons are really, really tough against Triple M. I'm starting to see how good they are in this game. They just soak up so much damage. They do so much damage. You get them anywhere near some Marines, and they just start shredding everything. And here we go. ForGG has got the macro cannon going, and he is shooting units across the map. And he is going to be pushing in. He's going to be pushing for this 3rd base. If he pushes for that 3rd base, he could get flanked off the side. We do have a single Colossi at the moment versus 5 Vikings, so yeah, he should be fine. What is that? Yeah, single Colossus. So here we go, he's moving in. Interesting. Did he just do that little push to make the Mothership Core use up its energy on the natural? I think maybe he did, and if that's the case, then damn, ForGG, you are a crazy bastard. And excellent, excellent play there, I gotta say. Just sort of bait the Nexus overcharge on the natural, and then just sort of switch over and go for the 3rd base. I really, really like that play. And it worked out beautifully because that base just went down. Look at all these workers. Oh, that's it. I think we are witnessing the end of the game right there. So although ForGG, he hasn't been doing too well himself on his worker numbers, this was more of a, oh crap, you know what, I really need to kill a whole bunch of stuff, as opposed to a, did we miss something there? Alright, 24-minute mark, I gotta go back, because I don't believe that ForGG has been running on 16 workers all this time. I think we missed something at the main base, like a crap load of workers just being killed. So we gotta go back and look at the 24-minute mark of this game. A couple of Stalkers up the high ground. If only they were High Templars with Storm, that would be extremely awesome. Is he going to be going in here? He's got an extremely large army advantage. Where is the Mothership Core? Where is that little bastard? I do not know if that guy's even alive. He may have destroyed it at some point, which is very nice because no Nexus Overcharge is going to be happening, but he's got a ton of Icons. He's got 2 Colossi, which is awesome. Scans, sees them all, and this is going to be a tough battle for ForGG to win. Very, very tough. Beautiful, beautiful flank on the Vikings. Vikings almost all taken out, only one surviving, and ForGG, just no way he was going to win that, so he just has to fall back and sort of, yeah, take stock of the situation. He's on 3 bases, but he's got almost no workers. MaNa has more workers, which is, he's still got a low amount though, and he's only on 2 bases. So needs to sort of scrounge his way to getting these minerals up. Oh my god, 45 dies. So he's got enough minerals to get enough to build a Nexus, and he's long distance mining over here, so that should be fine. But both players running really, really dry at this point. Just basically scrounging together whatever we got. We still got more active forces for ForGG, but a lot of them are consisting of Marines and Marauders, which are just at such a crappy amount of health. And meanwhile, MaNa's forces are looking a lot better. They're a lot healthier. The Archons are looking a lot better. And he cannot afford to build any medevacs to heal these guys up, simply because he needs all the Vikings he can get to deal with these Colossi. I mean, he's got 3 Vikings, 3 more on the way, and he's got 3 Colossus to deal with. And that is not good for Mr. ForGG. He really needs a lot more Vikings, but he just can't build them. He just absolutely cannot make it happen. Here he goes. He's going for a flank. Is he going for a flank? He's going to intercept the reinforcements, which is good. There we go. Going for the flank, but MaNa has turned it around. Not going to be allowing himself to be flanked. He's just going to turn his army around. But he is in a bit of a situation here. And it looks like ForGG is just going to be going for it. The Vikings doing a pretty good job. There's not as much damage being done on the Vikings as I'm sure MaNa would like. The ground forces sort of being taken out by the ground units, or just being aggravated by the ground units. And yeah, in the end, MaNa's force does go down. I guess that massive amount of Triple M, they just had the damage, and there was just enough of them that even at half health, managed to take out that beautiful play. And of course, having 1-1 over just level 1 armor probably helped quite a bit. So anyway, let's go back. So let's have a look. I really want to see what happened here. So let's go back to the 20-minute mark. Alright, 35 workers versus 51. So we're going to speed it up here. I want to see if any crazy sort of stuff. Alright, so we got some Zealots going in here. They're doing a lot of damage. They're knocking back quite a lot of workers. Put it down to 21, 20. Speed it up a little bit more. So that's where a lot of the damage had done at that point. I don't think he's building any more workers at that point. So yeah, very, very nuts. And it's just this continuous Zealot harassment, which I think did most of the damage. So yeah, attacks going on. Of course, he had a lot of workers out in his main army, which probably made up for a lot of the workers that he did end up losing. So I guess we shouldn't really be surprised that he lost so many workers, considering he moved so many of them out with his main army. He obviously just looked and said, alright, I got a decent army, this army should be good enough to win. He does move a lot of them back to start mining, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so I think we're done with this game. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned for that.